Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Thanks to Allah who has been given us mercies and blessings, so we can gather in this place to watch our contestant in today's mini contest. And salawat and salam always be given to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the lightness. So hello guys, I am Fakri Fauzan and I will be your MC for today's mini contest, which is poetry mini contest. So before we watch our contestants, let me introduce you guys to our judges for today. So the first, there is Rokan there on the right side, and then beside Rokan there is Raji, and then the last one is Afta. So those are the judges for today's mini contest. So let's start this agenda by reciting Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So guys, let's move to our first contestant. Farrell, this golden time is yours.
In the land where the suns and stars lie, Islamic faith a beacon shine, a call to prayers, a mosque, a grand dome. In Islamic embrace, heard find their home. The Quran wisdoms a guiding light through the darkness to the darkness hours in pure insight. We 5 times a day bow and pray to seeking Allah's mercies in our way. Okay, maybe that's all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wow, that was a short poetry from Farrell, right? So let's move to the second poetry declamator. So the second one is Zikra. So this golden stage is yours, Zikra.
So I can start now? Let's start. Okay. Bismillah. In the quiet of dawn, when the world's at rest, I bow before Allah, feeling truly blessed. The sun's first rays break through the night's embrace, as I seek His guidance and His boundless grace. With every prayer, I find a sense of peace, as my soul's connection does increase. In the verses of the Quran, His wisdom I explore, a source of strength and love forevermore. Through trials and tribulations, I find my way, for Allah's light guides me night and day. In patience and gratitude, my heart finds its peace. In submission to Him, where all worries cease. In the path of Islam, I humbly tread. With faith as my compass, by His love I am led. May His mercies and blessings forever be near, as I journey through life without fear or tear. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wow, Zikra. So that was pretty cool performance from Zikra. So let's move to the third poetry declamator, TB. So this is the time for you to shine.
In desert herb, a fight did bloom. Islam light dispels the gloom. Crescent moon greets prayers to rise. From Mecca, call to distant skies. Quran wisdom, prophet embrace, and Eid celebration and Hajj sacred place. Mercy, love, so beautiful, clear. Message of hope for all to hear. I think that's all from. Thank you.
So another short poetry performance from Tebe. I think His poetry is shorter than Farrell. I don't know. Yeah. So let's move to the next performer, Awan. So Awan, you can come here and deliver your poetry.
In the land where sand stretched wide, Islam grace, heart open, confide, beneath the crescent moon's embrace, guiding believers, love and grace. Quran verses, timeless guide, unity, love for all worldwide. Ramadan fast, heart in quest, Hajj pilgrimage, faith through test. Islam tapestry, culture blend. In mosque and home, prayers ascend. With open heart, we will understand a path to peace in every land.
Okay, so Awan, your poetry was pretty cool actually. So let's move to the next poetry. What? Poetry declamatory. Poetry perform. Something like that lah. Okay, so Atala, come forward.
In faith embrace, Islam's like dust gleam, a path of peace, a timeless dream. The crescent moon, a radiant sign, guiding hearts, souls intertwined. The Quran's verse, wisdom's well, in each word a story to tell. 5 times a day they humbly pray with Allah's name. They find their way from Mecca's heart to distant lands. Unity and faith, love expands. Prophets of old, their guidance clear. In their footsteps, we draw near. In Islam's grace, may we all find a meaningful journey for heart and mind. Thank you.
Wow, Atala, your face has less expression, yeah, as we can see. So next poetry declamator is Naufal. So Naufal, you may come forward. Oh, sorry guys. So the next poetry proclamator is our friend. What's the name? Oh yeah, Yones. So Yones, you may come forward. Okay, yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Islam solves all problems. Islam offers zero stress and worry for a problem in the past and present. Islam gives us sabr, told us to accept things as they are, believe on qadar. And for the problems in the future, it gave us tawakkul. And as the bonus for all situations, use salah and dua. The Quran solves all major problems of humanity, from racism, sexual deviancy, to alcoholism, while upholding separatity, thereby avoiding the need for another message. Its message has remained intact for centuries. If Islam was followed properly and correctly, then it solved all of society's problems. But the reason we find issue it because even it Muslim don't adhere to many aspects of the deen. Rather, they conform to what they've learned from Western societies and culture. And that's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So that was a cool performance from Jonas. So now it's time for our friend Noval to come forward for delivering his poetry. Noval, this space is yours.
In some gentle, embrace you find a kindness that warms heart and mind. With open arms and a generous hand, it spreads love and peace across the land. In every smile and helping deed lies the essence of a noble creed. From charity's call to forgiveness, grace, Islam kindness shines in every place. In the bones of brotherhood we unite, regardless of skin, ethnic, or fight. For kindness knows there's no walls or bones. In Islam kindness, compassion calls. So let's honor this gift so pure, a kindness that will forever endure. In Islam's light, may we always stand for spreading the love and peace across the every land. Thank you.
So that was a great performance from Noval. So it's time for Aish for delivering his poetry. So Aish, you may come forward.
Hello guys, it's Aish and my poetry title is Peace and Love. I'm a Muslim. I'm a Muslim whose voice remains unheard. Peace was the first thing I eagerly learned. Peace, the world's main hope, the world's main ambition, is the ultimate goal and the name of my religion. Peace be upon you is my all-time greeting to everyone I run into or see at a meeting. Love, the world's greatest aim, the world's greatest ambition, is the be-all and end-all of my religion. Our Prophet once said, "Shall I tell you what to do to find love? Let there be peace among you. Let there be peace and love will grow faster and stronger than all we know." Islam is peace that leads to love. If peace is there, so will be love. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Another great performance from Aish. So now it's time for Nayuna to come forward. Please.
Beneath the moon's gentle light, in silence, hearts find their flight. In Allah's word, pure and true, lies guardians for me and you. In prayer's whisper, we find our way. In patience, we greet new day. Allah's love, a guiding hand, helping us through this earthly land. Muhammad with wisdom deep, in his word, our souls do keep. Lesson simple, kindness near. In his teaching, we draw near. In laughter shared, in strangers smile. In every step, we walk a mile. Allah's presence, draw near. In every joy, in every tear. Islam beauty in simple deeds. In quiet moments, where the heart feeds. Hope and love in every part. Guiding us in faith, we start. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So Nayuna, that was good. Now it's time for Faizul, our leader in OSIS, to come forward. So Faizul, this time is yours.
Okay. In Allah, we place our trust each day, guiding us along our chosen way. With open hearts, we kneel and pray. In Islam's path, we will never sway. In faith, we find our inner peace. His love and mercy, they will never cease. We bow in prayer, our worries release. In Islam's embrace, our hearts find ease. With Allah's grace, we will face life's tasks. In His name, we find perfect rest. In submission, we are truly blessed. In Islam's shelter, we are forever guests. Thank you.
So that was a great performance from our chairman. And let's move to the next poetry declamator. Regno, this stage is yours. Come on, man.
Bismillah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Magnus Effendi and my title is about our way. In Islam, we find our way. Pray, stand, kneel every day. With love and care, our hearts sway. Hajj and alms, deeds done right. Unity makes our hearts light. In peace, we found our might. Quran's words are guiding star. In Allah's love, we are never far. Islam's path, wherever we are. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So thanks for Regno. So our next poetry declamator is Nadif. So Nadif, you may come forward.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In the third of the night, when the star twinkle bright, in silence, I found my heart's delight. Under the moon gentle glow, my soul feels so right. In this peaceful time, everything feels right. With soft prayer, I seek Allah's warm embrace. His love and kindness in this sacred place. In the third of the night, His presence is clear. A moment of grace, erasing every fear. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So nice, Nadif. Thank you for delivering your poetry. So next poetry declamator is our friend Raka. Come here. You may come forward.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Raka and I will declamate poetry. Islam's guiding light. In desert sand and starlit nights, Islam's teachings and take their flight. A faith of peace, a gentle guide. In Allah's love, believers ride. Prayers calls, heart line. Ramadan fast, a sacred sign. 5 pillars strong, The faithful stand united by Allah's hand. Love their neighbor, help the poor. In Islam's core, these values soar. A simple truth that brightly gleam in every verse, in every dreams. Unity and peace proclaim. In Allah's light, they find their aim. A simple path, yet deep and wide. In Islam grace, we all reside. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So, Raka, thank you for delivering your poetry. So, we are almost done with our mini contest. So, he is the last performer for today. So, this guy is Fahmi. So, Fahmi, you may come forward.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself. I'm Fahmi Alamsyah, and my title poetry is about 5 pillars of Islam. In the realm of Islam, of faith so pure, I find solace and wisdom to endure. With easy sentence, I shall no convey the beauty of Islam in a simple way. 5 pillars to guide a foundation strong. Shahada, belief as the first along. Salah, the prayer 5 times a day. Connecting with Allah, we humbly pray. Zakat, the giving to help those in need. Charity and compassion, a noble creed. Swam, the fasting in Ramadan embrace. A time of reflection, seeking His grace. And I think that's all. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, so those are the performers for today's mini contest, poetry, and now we are gonna listen to judges' comments. So, yeah.
Alright guys, after is the first judge of the day. So let's just go into our critiques, I should say. So for Farrell, the most lacking part of your poem, I think, is your tone. It's too flat. Maybe you can add some more power, add some variation to your tone. And then all over, be confident in your poem and also bring more power to your posture. Then we go to the next one. For Zikra, I should say this is the most powerful poem yet I've ever heard. But for sure, your most lacking part is still the image of your poem. For poem, you guys have to have an image, so the judges will have a picture of what your poem is. But overall, for Zikra, very good, very nice gesture and language. Your articulation is on spot. And for the next contestant is TB. And like the most part, the lacking part of your poem is also the tone. What I should say in this, in your turns is, why not just be more confident in your poem? If you're moving, if you're using some gesture, make that gesture more firm. Don't move just swaying around, but move like you're explaining something, like that. And for the most part, your language, your gestures, meaning, and the meaning of your poem needs some more correction, needs some more revision. And then for next contestant, Safwan. I should say your poem is quite good, but it's not enough. Mainly in the meaning of your poems and the gesture, the tone, but the part that I like is your language, that use some very nice word, very advanced vocabulary. And then for our next contestant, Jonas. To be honest, I should say this is not a poem. To be honest, you are explaining the meaning of Islam. You're explaining the what direction Islam go. But poem has to have their own structure. Poem has a meaning, and in your poem, I do not really get that. Sorry. Moving on to the next contestant, and that is Atala. For Atala, I see that you're going with a very swaying tone of intonation, swaying type of intonation, and I really like that. That's like you're explaining Islam in a emotional way. But please fix the part if you need some strong intonation, add some strong intonation so there's that variation of tone in your poem. And next, for Naufal, of course, you have a very satisfying marks, I should say. But for the lacking part is, what is the picture of your poem? Because I did not get the picture of your poem, but overall, your language, your gesture is on spot. And moving on to the Aish, and probably one of the most strong poem I heard in this competition, and with a very satisfying mark, of course, and with that intonation that really get me, that strong tone, but also you have the soft tone as well. Very like it, very likable to me, to be honest. And now to the next contestant, for Nayuna. I see that your intonation is not very variative, but I see what you're going with, your unique style of tone, and your language. It's not bad, but at the same time, it's not that good either to give a good marks. And then also the meaning of your poem, I get the meaning, and I also understand it too, but add some more deeper meaning to it. And go to the next contestant, and that is Faizul. For Faizul, the most lacking part of your poem is the imagery of it, the image, the picture that you brought to your poem. For someone who is making a poem for Islam, of course you have to make your audience understand what the Islam is from your poem. And that is the most lacking part of your poem, sorry. But overall, the language, the meanings, has its satisfying marks. And moving on into Regno. On your poem, of course, you have a very nice language. It has a very satisfying marks on me. But I'm surprised that you don't have really that variation of tone, like that soft and hard parts of that tone, like the high and low. I think that if you have that tone of yours, it will make a very big difference on your poem. Then going to the next contestant, that is Nadif. For Nadif, there's not much I can say, but except for your language, that is, it's standard. And then, but I should say the most lacking part of this poem is that you are lacking a tone, your intonation. Like I said before, make some variation in your intonation so that you can explain your poem not just through your script, but through your gesture, through your tones. Make that people can picture what are you saying. And moving on to Raka poems. For Raka poems, it's has a little difference than Nadif, but of course it's still lacking on tones and also on the pictures that it can be brought from the poem. But overall, your language is still standard. It's a bit above standard, I should say. So it has a satisfying mark. And for the last contestant, that is Fahmi. For Fahmi, you have a bit higher score on meanings, and of course, your tone is a bit more variative this time. And then, but for your language, I think you can add some more corrections, add some more advanced vocab. And then that is the last contestant, and that is all feedback and critiques and some, what is it, marks for me. And moving on to the next judge.
Okay, so thank you for Afta for delivering his comments for every contestant. So sorry guys, so we don't have enough time to let other judges commenting to contestants. So we will just continue tomorrow. So thank you for all. Thank you for contestants. Thank you for judges. So last I say, Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.